Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. It is Showdown, the final week. It's the Outlaw Showdown for the Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 14 wing sprint cars. The World of Outlaws return to the dirt track at Charlotte for the Outlaw Showdown for 35 laps on tap here this evening. We got race number 1 of round number 12. Practice wrapping up here in just a few moments time. We'll then get into qualifying. It'll be group qualifying, and then we'll have our 35 lap main event here this evening. We got 25 drivers in fact in the pit, so it looks like we're going to have a B main. There should be a B main here this evening. Before we get into qualifying, well, it's our great honour to play the American National Anthem right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, it's time to get after it, ladies and gentlemen, as we have qualifying getting set here from the dirt track at Charlotte, and these drivers wasting no time. Right now, we'll take a look at our top 10 qualifiers. So, come across the start-finish line here to get the green flag. First car on the racetrack to get a time here is the 6 of Alex Orions. That time will be a 13.736. Behind him in car number 73, Alan Samel. And going quick time at the moment, it's Craig Dunn with a 13.529. Why is the sound so low? Why are you doing this to me, game? And Alan Samel, quick time, 13.449. In car number 73, Craig Dunn still sits second. Alex Orions with a 13.652 goes to position number 3. As we get set for group number 2 now on the racetrack, we have the 21 of Tyler Henselman. We have the 127 of Stephen Hill, and in car number 31, it will be Tyson Landis. Tyson Landis, so you see Tyler Henselman there coming across the start-finish line. Second, quick with a 13.453. Hill with a 19.728. In fact, 13.495. And Tyson Landis with a 13.532. Changing a few things, sorry. Alright, we go back after it now. Coming out onto the racetrack, he is your current and defending, and now two-time World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Champion. It is the 93 of Chris Roberts. In the 257, he is the 360 points champion, Anthony Lepresto. And in car number 838, in the wicked cushion, it is Tim Smith. Robert's first lap time, fourth quick with a 13.509. Anthony Lepresto with a 13.670. Tim Smith quick time, 13.396. Roberts, what can he do? Slower on lap 2. Lepresto with a 13.407, position number 2. And Tim Smith with a 13.280. Ladies and gentlemen, over a tenth, the 838 of Tim Smith sits in position number 1. Whoo boy, we are set for an absolute belter of a race here this evening. Out rolls in the LNS Express, wicked cushion, Ultimate TV number 9, it is Drew Neal. In the Team SETI, the SETI Group Holdings wicked cushions, next gen fab number 67, Mark Pinsky. And in the IRAPS car number 44 in the Pace Motorsports, it is Ryan Pace. Drew Neal will be the first driver to get a lap in here. 26 cars here. Drew Neal, 9th quick in car number 9 with a 13.632. Pinsky with a 13.659. Ryan Pace, quick time, 13.240. Oh my! Mr. Pace, Drew Neal, 3rd quick with a 13.312. Pinsky, no lap time for lap number 2. And Ryan Pace with a 13.240 on lap number 1 is good enough. And the IRAPS number 44 goes to position number 1. And this is going to be an absolute fantastic race with the times we're seeing so far. Man, there are some fast drivers out there right now. In the Dirt Track and Bastards, Blue Sphere Corporation, number 77, Aaron Schaefer. In the Team SETI, in the SETI Group Holdings, wicked cushions, at number 92, Mike Keegan. And also on the racetrack in the SETI Group Holdings, Team SETI, wicked cushion, number 97, it is Matthew Henninger. Matthew Henninger in car number 97. First lap time for Schaefer, a 13.721. Keegan with a 13.899. Henninger with a 13.553. Schaefer with a 13.704. 14th quick. Keegan with a 13.899. And Henninger, his first lap was best at a 13.553. Sits position number 11 at the moment. And with 15 cars taking a time so far, we got 27 cars. As we watch the next couple of cars to roll out onto the racetrack, it's nice to see this guy back in car number 39. He's missed probably about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe more, of racing here. In car number 39, it's Jimmy Prakash. Jimmy Prakash in 39. In the Nice Energy Drink, car number 27, Logan Christensen. And in the wicked cushion, UW Motorsports, Colby's iPace Next Gen Fab Ultimate Dirt TV, the 007, it's Corey Zatinsky. Corey Zatinsky in the 007. Prakash first lap time with a 13.735. Logan Christensen with a 13.799. Zatinsky into the top 10 with 9th quick with a 13.519. Wall on lap number 2. He won't get a lap time in. Prakash with a 13.615. Logan Christensen with a 13.441. Up to position 5. And the Nice Energy Drink number 27 puts it into the top 5. Nice job from Logan Christensen. The Nivec Designs MRC 154. It is Scott Tyler. Scott Tyler in the 154. In the SpongeBob SquarePants looking entry, it's car number 90, Jeff Fitzpatrick. And in the Wrangler 310, Anthony Morano. So definitely a B main coming up later, so you want to be inside the top 20 after qualifying. Scott Tyler with a 13.697. Fitzpatrick with a 13.651. Morano with a 13.938. Fitzpatrick the quickest of these three drivers on the racetrack at the moment. Scott Tyler jumps to 15th with a 13.618. Fitzpatrick slower on lap 2. And Morano with a 13.791. So our top 10 separated by less than 0.3 of a second. In fact, our top 12 are separated by less than 0.3. Just a little bit over 0.3, 0.312 our top 13 drivers. Well, this is going to be another fast group right here in car number 53. It's nice to have the old man back as well, Tom Prakash. In the trick race parts, BK Designs 115, it's Stephen Renaud. In the L&S Express, Wicked Cushion, car number 24 from Tony Stewart Racing, is Robert Kerstetter. And our last car in this group, in car number 84 in the Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, UW Motorsports, into Next Gen Fab Ultimate TV. Car number 84, it's Chris Brenner. Prakash 13.113, Renaud second quick with a 13.251. Kirsten with a 13.715, and Chris Brenner quick time with a 12.982. Stephen Renaud jumps to position 2 with a 13.120, and Kirsten at position 7 with a 13.418. Chris Brenner, the only driver into the 12-second bracket barrier right now. And that is an absolute Jim Dandy of a time, ladies and gentlemen. 25 cars have taken the time. And we got just one car on the racetrack in the 000. It will be Stephen Herzberg in the 000. Also waiting on to see if all the Harlemaniacs, David Harleman, is going to be joining the server as well. We know he's registered. I believe he's in chat as well. So Harleman, if you're running, let us know. If not, we'll know whether this is going to be the 26th and final car to come out onto the racetrack for qualifying. And Herzberg with a 14.011. So 26 cars have officially taken the time. We wait to see if Harleman is in the server. He might not be. So in fact, we'll see if the 93 comes out onto the racetrack to show the restart line. But there it is. Car number 84, Chris Brenner, sits position number 1 with a 12.982. In fact, we'll go through your top 20 that have locked themselves into the main event. The 93 on racetrack. So that will conclude qualifying. Stephen Renaud, second quick with a 13.120. Ryan Pace with a 13.240. Tim Smith with a 13.280. Drew Neal with a 13.312. Anthony Lepresto with a 13.407. Robert Kerstetter with a 13.418. Logan Christensen with a 13.441. Alan Samel with a 13.449. Tyler Henselman, your top 10. Nice job from the 21 with a 13.453. You go to position 11. Stephen Hill with a 13.495. Chris Roberts with a 13.509 in 12th. 13th, Corey Zatinsky with a 13.519. 509 for Roberts. Craig Dunn 14th quick with a 13.529. Tyson Landis 15th with a 13.532. 16th was Matthew Henniger with a 13.553. Jimmy Prakash with a 13.615 in 17th. 18th belongs to Scott Tyler with a 13.618. Jeff Fitzpatrick 19th with a 13.651. And our 20th car to transfer directly into the main event with a 13.652 is Alex Orions. That means our B main. In fact, David Holland, I'm going to run the B main. So our B main looks like this. It'll be the 67 of Mark Pinsky in the Team SETI Group Holdings Wicked Cushion number 67. He will start on pole. Alongside him in car number 77, it's going to be Aaron Schaefer. Anthony Morano will start out of position number 3. Out of position 4 will be Mike Keegan. Out of position 5, Stephen Herzberg lines up alongside Jimmy Prakash. And there is an attack 3, Team VLR. OSRN. Check him out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as well. Joe White does a fantastic job. In the 105, it is David Heinemann. Top 4 transfer to the main event. We'll get our top qualifiers off the screen because that's pretty much done and dusted right now. So interesting to see what kind of lap times David Heinemann's going to do here in the B main. 8 laps on the board and we are underway. Morano on the inside of Schaefer. Here comes Keegan on the outside. Herzberg trying to get into that 4th and final transfer spot, but Heinemann slowly making his way through the field at the moment, up to position number 4. Oh! Herzberg gets around the outside as, well, Morano in the 310 got into the side there of David Heinemann. Your race leader, Mark Pinsky in the 67. Schaefer back there in second. We go back to Keegan and Herzberg. And here is Solomon trying to work to the outside of the racetrack. Steven Herzberg is that 4th and final car with a direct transfer into the main event. And here comes attack 3, 105 entry. 3 down, 5 to run. We should be at the halfway stage of the race right now as Heinemann going to move to the outside. Slider from Herzberg, and Heinemann with a crossover, and David Heinemann into position number 4. Keegan in that 3rd spot at the moment, comfortable, but he's got the 105 machine right now. All over the rear crash bar, the rear tail tank of that car. Heinemann to the inside with just 3 laps to run. Heinemann is looking for 3rd right now. Keegan doing a great job to hold him off, but Heinemann on the low side. The experience pays off with just 2 laps remaining. Mark Pinsky, your race leader. Slide job from Keegan. Not going to happen. And now here comes, whoa, Schaefer. Look out as Heinemann to the outside. 1 to go. And Mark Pinsky out of turn number 2. Down the back straight away. Into 3 and 4. And there it is, the finish, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Pinsky gets the job done here in the B main. So in that race, David Heinemann was only able to muster up a 13.546. As that will... It's a weird shot. So David Heinemann gets a transfer, as does Mark Pinsky, Aaron Schaefer, and Mike Keegan. As we get set to take a look at our SETI Group Holdings starting grid here in just a moment now. The top 15 positions will be correct. It will show David Heinemann in 16th. That is not correct. David Heinemann will start from position number 23. It's just that because this is run in the qualifying session, it goes off your lap time. So with that being said, let's take a look at our SETI Group Holdings starting grid for tonight's main events. Here we go, starting on the pole in car number 84. It's going to be Chris Brenner.
To the main event.
At a position number 2 in the 115, Stephen Renaud.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh yeah, let's get ready to rumble. Ryan Pace in car number 44 out of position number 3. At a position number 4, Tim Smith in the 838.
Y'all ready for this?
At a position number 5 in car number 9, it's Drew Neal to his outside, the 257, Anthony Lopresto. Okay, there it is. Just trying to turn the volume down. At a position number 7 on the inside of row number 4, Robert Kerstetter in car number 24 to his outside, the 27, Logan Christensen. Alan Sabell lines up out of position number 9, and Tyler Hinterman starts out of position number 10. Stephen Hill lined up alongside Chris Roberts in row 6. In row 7 belongs to Corey Zatinti and Craig Dunn. 15th will be Tyson Landis. David Heilemann starts out of position 23. So out of 16 will be Matthew Henniger. 17th will be Jimmy Prakash. Out of 18 will be Scott Tyler. Out of 19 will be Jeff Fitzpatrick. And alongside him in car number 6, it'll be Alex Orion starting out of position number 20. Mark Pinsky, your B-main winner, starts out of position 21 alongside Aaron Schaefer. We then go back to David Heilemann and Mike Keegan, who will start out of position number 23 and 24. The 12th round is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost showtime here for the Outlaw Showdown, live from the dirt track at Charlotte. Look at the cars just rumble through turns 3 and 4 right now, just idling. There's a lot of horsepower on that racetrack right now. 35 laps on tap. For the main event here this evening. Pace truck will pull off on the back straight away. And it is now time to get after it. Oh, why would you do this to me, ATVO? You've done it again, so give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Brenner, we just turned the green flag and we are underway here in the main event right now. Through 1 and 2 as all the drivers try to make their way through turns 1 and 2 at the moment. And we see a great battle going on screen right now. Look at Hensman working to the outside. They're about to have everything pop up on the screen. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but it's just trying to get everything off the screen. And why are you doing this to me, ATVO? I don't want the top. Okay. I think we're back. We're back good. We're back good. I apologise. Oh, yeah. So let's try and take a look and see what happened here. So Alex Orion, let's take a look at a Colby's iPaint's instant replay. See if we can find out what happened to the 6 machine. Oh, just caught the infield tyre there. His car flipping wildly, so not the start that he would want in this one. So 35 laps on the board. And boy, am I hungry. It is freezing here as well. Lights are still flashing on the pace track. Okay, so we're on 2 to green at the moment. So 35 laps on the board. Anytime we have a caution, we add 3 laps to the main event, so the white flag should come out at lap 38. Although, I believe it should come out at lap 39. That is a really weird angle. I'm not sure if I like that angle or not. Big thanks to Chris Roberts as well for getting the new camera pack to me. Appreciate it, bud. Welcome.
One to green, guys. Tighten up. Single file. Leader may fire anytime after they reach the Charlotte logo in the middle of 3 and 4. Or white flag lap 38.
There we go. White flag lap 38. It is confirmed by race control. So here we go. Chris Brenner. Will lead Ryan Pace. Tim Smith in 3rd. 4th is Anthony Lepresto. And 5th is Drew Neal. So a couple of UW Motorsports, well, 3 UW Motorsports drivers occupy the top 3 out of 4 positions. So you're watching Smith on screen right now, trying to reel in the 44 of Ryan Pace. Chris Brenner, your race leader. Caution is out, and let's have a look. Who is slowing? Who is slowing? '39 of Jimmy Prakash as well. He's back in the pits. We'll see if we can find out what happened to the 39 of Jimmy Prakash here. We'll take a look at the Colby's iPade's instant replay. Oh. Okay, the car in front of Jimmy there. That green car. It's not Alex Orion's. There it is there. The 134 of Scott Tyler. Just caught the wall, went around. Prakash had nowhere to go. And that's the case. That's just the case of a bit of bad luck there. So you see the cars just idling past the start finish line there. Great camera shot there. So Pace truck still on the racetrack. It should exit the next time by on the back straightaway. And we'll have a white flag at lap number 41. So the penultimate race of the season. This is race number 23, race number 1 of the 12th round. The final race will be under the lights here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Outlaw Showdown. Well, we know the points champion will be Chris Roberts in car number 93. However, the battle through 2nd through to 5th, I believe, is just separated by just a mere 10 points, I believe it is. So, the minor placings for the championship are up for grabs. And here we go. Chris Brenner once again will fire off turn number 4. And here we go. We're back underway. Pace still holding down second. Look at your top 5. All running the cushion. The 24. That's Robert Kerstetter. He's also trying to make a run on the top side of the racetrack. Here comes Christensen and Henselman. Caution is out, and let's quickly... Who was that? Is 134 of Scott Tyler again, we believe. Oh, Corey Zatinsky, we just got on board with that one as well. So let's have a look and see what happened. Oh, he just got out of shape out of turn 2 and caught the opening. He got Craig Dunn, had nowhere to go, but man, the 007. So an early couple of cautions here this evening. Corey Zatinsky finds himself back in pit road. David Heileman from 23rd up to 14th. Well, we got a new setup coming. We got a new microphone, and we'll have hopefully that'll be here on Monday my time, so Sunday night. Although Ultimate Dirt TV, we're a bit light on broadcast next week. We do have some spots opening for a Sunday night, Tuesday night, a Wednesday night, and a Thursday night for next week only. So if you guys need your league broadcast and you want to have it broadcast by Ultimate Dirt TV, message the page and we'll do a little special price for you just for a one-off. In fact, Tuesday night might be depending on whether we want to go over and do another broadcast. Tuesday night is up in the air, but we have for Wednesday, Thursday, and a Sunday night still available. And that's for next week only, for week 13. Next week only. Here we go. Chris Brenner your leader from Ryan Pace, and we are back underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Smith all over the back of Ryan Pace in the turn number 3 and 4, and the Presto is all over the back of Smith right now. And then you got Kerstetter, he's a couple of car lengths away from the Presto. Man, the Presto had to really get off the gas there and check up for his teammate Tim Smith. Pace hit the wall in turn 3. Your race leader, Chris Brennan. We start to get a couple of green flag laps in the books for the time being. How long will that last? Hopefully for the rest of the race. I don't think so. Here comes Tim Smith with a big slide job on Ryan Pace. There's your move for second, ladies and gentlemen. A great move by Smith. But Ryan Pace now back with a slider of his own. Smith now caught the cushion and drove it back underneath Ryan Pace. Here comes Lepresto as well. Smith returns a slider into turn number 3 and 4. Pace is not close enough to throw the return one back into 1 and 2, so they ride the cushion through turns 1 and 2. And this is, look at this 4-car battle for the minor places. Look at that, how close they are. Kerstetter almost got into the back of the 257 of Anthony Lepresto. Meanwhile, Chris Brenner, well, he's got daylight between himself and teammate of Tim Smith. As the teammates, they run 1, 2 and 4 at the moment. Pace in third, breaking up that UWU podium lockout at the moment. Oh no, there it is, Pace into the wall, and that gives Anthony Lepresto the 3rd spot. So UWU right now hold on to 1, 2 and 3. Kerstetter in 4th, Pace back to 5th, and you go back to Stephen Hill, Logan Christensen, and David Harleman up to position number 7 with a slide job on Logan Christensen. Oh! Harleman, man, that was close. You see him caught the cushion, the car got tight. And that was, Craig Dunn, keep it going, buddy. And here he is, Chris Brennan, he's already in the lap traffic right now. And Smith trying to run him down in the 8:38. He's got a 1.8 second deficit to try and reel into your race leader. Lap times right now, Tim Smith, let me tell you, he has been quicker than Chris Brenner over the past 2 laps by a 10th, so the 8:38 is rolling right now, and I mean rolling on all fours, because he is just on fire at the moment. 1.6 second, make that 1.7. We round it up, come across the start finish line, and he just gained half a 10th, so he's trying to work to the outside.
All right, man, caution is out.
No, he's... Well, Tim Ryan, I believe so. I'm not too sure. I haven't heard otherwise, but then again, I don't really speak to these guys. But old Craig Dunn upside down. We'll take a look. But that is the Robert Kerstetter car there. I always thought he was with the TSR guys. Craig Dunn upside down. Let's take a look at a Colby's Eye Paints instant replay here. Let's see what happened to the 57. I'll just call the back end of that one. So you're watching the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Oh, okay, so the yellow flag come out. Drew Neal just checked up as you do, so no fault to Drew. And the 057 going upside down. Trying to have a look, see what happened to our good buddy Tyler Henselman. Trying to find what happened to Tyler Henselman here. Alright, so we'll go back to what we're doing. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm used to seeing him in the red, white and black car. Here we go. We'll have a listen into race control here, find out when the white flag is out. But UW Motorsports lock out the podium for the time being. And look at the Wicked Cushion guys. They've got 3, 4. In fact, the top 5
That's the last one I can get out.
cars are sponsored by.
Delay it again. But 1 to green, guys. Single file. Scott Tyler, you got yours, so you're going to the back. Mike, just hang low. White flag lap 48, guys. White flag lap 48. Tyler, you got the
14 to go. And Wicked Cushion sponsored cars run 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can even throw the front 6 cars as well. Mike Keegan, he's a lap down. Here we go, time to get back after it. White flag, lap number 48, 14 remain. And Chris Brenner, the 1.6 second lead now evaporates as Smith tries to reel him into turn number 1 and 2. Brenner may have hit the wall on the exit of turn number 2. Brenner through the middle, Smith on the cushion right now. Here comes a slide job for the race lead. Smith and Brenner side by side. Oh, here we go now. Lepresto throwing his name into the mix. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Smith into the wall. And now here comes Lepresto. The pro drivers run 1 and 2 at the moment. And Smith back there in 3rd. And caution is out on the racetrack. Kirsten is slowing now here. David Harleman back there in 5th. And we see the 134 for the 3rd time this evening bring out a caution. Surely that's got to be... in fact, okay, I apologise. That was not his fault. Look at that. There's 2 Team Steady cars here. Let's take a look at a Colby's iPade's instant replay to see what happened here. Is Mark Pinsky involved? In fact, it'll be in turns 1 and 2. Oh, there's a contact from Pinsky and Stephen Hill. Schaefer and Henniger coming through. Henniger keeps it going. And look at that, we lose 4 cars in the one wreck. And not a good night there for the Team SETI cars. So in fact, we're going to go on board with the 97 here, and we'll just watch what happens in front. So there's contact there, he just makes it on through. So I'm still pacing around right now. Lights are still flashing, so white flag at lap number 51, which should give us about 10 to go on the restart. So 3 pro drivers inside of your top 5. In fact, it might even be 4. Tim, you'd know, is Kirstead one of the pro drivers as well? I'm pretty sure he might be a pro driver. White flag at lap number 51. Pace truck in, Brenner to lead the field. Back to the green flag here off of turn number 4, and I really dislike that camera angle because it is what it is. Here we go, back to green flag racing. As Brenner will lead Lepresto. Tim Smith trying to roll the cushion yet again. Smith on the inside, Lepresto keeps it working on the top of the racetrack. Kirstetter, and here is David Hardeman from position number 23. Right now, Brenner continuing to lead this one with, I believe, 8 laps to go. Smith just climbs the wall. He caught the cushion and got into the wall out off of turn number 2. So Smith trying to hang on. Caution is out. Harlan was just about to make a move on Kirsten as a 27 of Logan Christensen. Let's have a look, see what happened. Oh, there's contact there between Christensen and Alan Samel. Oh, Roberts and Christensen thinking they're at a motocross track. Let's take a look at this in slow motion. Ready? So here's Roberts. So we're going to go on board with Chris Roberts here. You see the accident just happening in front of him. He trying to drive it down the racetrack and watch this jump. Ready? Whee! And the same thing as Logan Christensen does as well. So we'll take one more look at that one from a different angle. And you watch these two cars, the 93 and the 27. Motocross jump into turn number 3. How did Drew Neal get through that? Alright, we got a new... Let's go back and watch this at normal pace right now. So on board with Ryan Pace, looking at this replay. So there's the accident happening in front of him. And look at this. Wow! That is close, if you don't mind me saying. White flag, lap number 54. So I believe we've got about 6 to run. Brenner, Lepresto, Smith, Kerstetter, and David Hardeman, your top 5. Brenner leading out of turn number 2. Lepresto back in second. He's a lot closer than what Tim Smith has been. Now, did they just say 2 to go? I don't think they did. Surely it's white flag lap 54. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have 4 to go at the moment. And Brenner is your race leader from Lepresto. And Lepresto is catching right now. Caution is out. Oh, Brenner into the wall. And what a time to put it into the wall. And we are unsure, as no one looks to be out of place at the moment. Maybe the 77 of Aaron Shaver. Let's take a look at a Colby's iPaint's instant replay. No. Gonna have a look. Right, so there we go. So Christensen and Samel came together as you're watching the Colby's iPaint's instant replay. Well, that's just an iRacing deal there. So Chris Brenner, we're going to listen into race control here in just a moment because I think we're on lap 56, it should be, so it should potentially give us a green-white checker.
We're on the green, guys. Tighten up. Single foul. White flag lap 57.
So green-white checker is in order.
Green-white checker, guys.
Confirmed by race control. So Chris Brenner, your race leader from Anthony Lepresto, Tim Smith, David Heidemann looking to break up the UW Motorsports lockout of the podium. And you go back to Robert Kerstetter. 2 laps remain here in the first race of the Outlaws Showdown. And we're back to green flag racing. Brenner through turns 1 and 2 will come. Oh no! Brenner into the wall! He's surely got some rear end damage on that race car. He might even have a meatball flag, but with just 1 lap to go. Oh, this is going to be on for young and old. Smith now looking for the race lead on the inside. Oh, Hardeman coming through. There is heavy contact. Oh, they're going to race it out to the end. Smith going for a big ride. And it looks like Hardeman comes across the start-finish line in first. Brenner gets second, and third will go to, looking at this one, it looks like Drew Neal comes home in third. I have no idea on how this one is going to get scored. but it looks to be the first car across the start-finish line in the TAC 3 105, David Heilemann. Well, let's take a look at our Colby's iPads instant replay of the last lap here going through. So Kerstetter give Heilemann a bit of a bump, and he got a great run on the cushion. He got him to the left rear, and then that sent the two team cars together. Heilemann first, second was Brenner. And looking at this, it looks like it will be Drew Neal coming across the line in third place. So, well, okay, there we go.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We
So
are not
we'll try and
green.
grab a word with David Heilemann, Drew Neal as well, and Chris Brenner not here. So we'll chat with third place finisher. Just gonna fix a few things up here first. And we'll bring in our third place finisher, or third car across the line in the L&S Express Wicked Cushion, number 9, Drew Neal. Drew, congratulations on coming home in third. Man, what a crazy final lap that was here at Charlotte.
That was interesting. We'll call it interesting.
And talk about your race. You were pretty much top 10 all night. You seem to have the car speed there to hang with the top guys, and you caught a lucky break. And we talk about your race.
Oh, yeah, definitely a lucky break. I didn't have a top 5 car, much less top 3 car. I just figured I'd try and run around the bottom and try and keep the car underneath me and see what happens, and I just got kind of lucky there at the end. It was unfortunate for those guys up front, but hey, I'll take a third.
Yeah, you'll take whatever you can get as long as it's a podium. It's not a win, but still a third place here tonight, no doubt. I'm sure there's plenty of people you want to thank.
Yeah, definitely want to thank Ted Liette and L&S Express, Matthew Henniger and Wicked Cushion, you, Brett, and Ultimate Dirt TV for everything that you do. The guys at Blue Sphere and Chris and all the guys from the DLV that put this on. It's a lot of fun.
All right, well done on third, and hopefully we see you in race number 2 shortly.
You bet, man. Have a good one.
There we go. Drew Neal coming away with the third place and coming across the line in first place in what was the most ridiculous last lap I have ever seen. What a drive from David Heilemann. Started position 23 and drives to the front of the field. David, congratulations on the win. Temporarily win until obviously race control have a look at that. But
temporarily,
I'm going to say that because
we all witnessed what happened there. Everybody crashed themselves out. You do what you gotta do on the last lap. I was just looking back at it now. I lifted 3 different times. Never hit the brakes on the last lap. That's for damn sure. But,
hence the temporarily until race control. Look at it. But what we're going to call it, you're the first car across the line.
Yeah, well, we can call it that. That's for sure. All right.
Wow, talk about you coming through the field.
Yeah, I don't know how to read and forget that qualifying starts at 8:15, not when the server goes up. So I decided to just tail the back of the B main because I wanted a couple laps on the track instead of the 1 lap that Chris would have gave me for showing up late to qualifying. So we were able to survive that. And then, yeah, we're just kind of patiently picking our way through the field and thought maybe a top 3 going into that last restart. But once Chris initially got sideways out of that corner, which everybody was doing, it just kept getting worse and worse. And it was on from there.
Well, we'll now talk about this last lap. Going into turn 1, you get a bump from behind, almost like you're on the asphalt stuff, from Robert Kerstetter. That pretty much hooked you on the cushion. I'm pretty sure you were like 10 to 15 miles per hour quicker than anybody else going into that corner. You got to run kilometers. God damn it. Jeez, just learn to Australia for once.
Hey, that was that Joel Berkeley, Britton Roxbury VLR ending to the USA race. We did the whole bump draft, shake and bake technique that they did.
Well, it worked, but man, that was just a crazy race. At starting position 23, with the field of quality drivers that we have here, did you think that you had a chance at winning this one realistically?
I was definitely confident in the car I had. It was just about getting there and getting the laps there, and was fortunate enough to miss a couple incidents, and just fortunate enough to be where I was going into their last lap, because we were all, once Chris hit the wall, we were all kind of slagging up on a four. I had no run, and that's when Robert would have came on a four and gave me the he was able to give me that push into 1 and 2, and I saw them. They were both kind of running a slide job lane, so I knew they were going to be short on momentum. So I said, all right, this is mine. I'm going to launch myself out of 2, dive under both into 3 and 4, and we'll see what happens. But it was the Presto got into Tim, and then it was kind of turning Tim to the right. I tried to like almost door bang, I guess, the Presto, so I didn't just hit him with my front end and flip over. So I was able to just kind of lay on him enough, and he kind of finished off spinning Tim around, and I was just hoping nobody was going to shoot to my inside like I was planning to do there. So I came back to the line.
Well, you came to the line in first place, and temporarily good job on the win. No doubt. I'm sure you got some people you want to thank. Look, it's not official until race control look at it.
All right, well, thanks for Ultimate Dirt TV. Put it on. Shout out to all the Hylomaniacs out there. We keep this stuff wild. We'll always go for it on the last lap anytime we're in position. And all the guys at Team VLR.
All right, there we have it. David Heilemann coming across the line in first place. Well done to him from position 23. What a drive, what a performance from David Heilemann. Chris Brenner comes home in second. Drew Neal in third. Then I believe we had Anthony Lepresto in fourth. But that'll wrap up race number 1. A crazy finish to race number 1 and a crazy start to the night here. We've got race number 2. Server launches in about 10 minutes time. So in about 20 to 25 minutes, we're going to be live again here for the final race of the series here in the final round of the Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. Another stream will be up, so make sure you come back and check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Check out SETI Group Holdings on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. We'll be back in about 20 minutes' time. I'm going to grab something to eat, grab something to drink, stretch your legs, do what I can't, do what I can barely do is walk, but we'll be back in 20 minutes' time for race number 2 of the Blue Sphere Corporation Dirty Old Bastards Outlaw Showdown for the 410 World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Cars, the final race of the series.